And welcome to the 72 Pin Connector podcast, the only podcast where you can join the conversation and the game. With us this week, we have Eric.
What's up?
And we have Tom.
Hello.
And we have me, Adam. And before we get into the podcast, we have something we need to say as 72 Pin Connector.
So, with the world in its current state, we thought it was important that we make this known very publicly and very loudly. 72 Pin Connector has not, does not, and will never tolerate racism of any kind. Our hearts go out to the Black community. By working together, we can build a better, more equal future for us all. Now, back to your regularly scheduled gaming podcast. So, how's your guys' weeks been?
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Just some board games and whatnot. How about you, Tom? What you been up to this week?
I've actually played a decent amount of retro stuff. And as Slugger points out, I got a green screen.
Hey,
So
nice green screen.
It's
That's pretty
Tom,
cool.
Tell us about this green screen.
So I apparently have an aversion to measuring things completely. So I didn't measure. I said, yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds about like the space. Unfortunately, and I did post this in the Discord, this thing is fucking massive. We've actually had to move like furniture around in the kitchen to try to fit in this thing. And my wife wasn't super happy about it. Because, you know, if I just pulled out a tape measure, we could have avoided this particular problem. And when the box itself is like 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall, getting a return out to UPS isn't exactly trivial. So,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, normally I'd be there to help you, but I'm not driving home just to do a return for you right now.
Nah.
That's a ways to
But
drive.
yeah. So how you liking the green screen?
It works really, really well. So I did something cool. I went into Ocarina of Time, went into first-person mode, and just recorded like some serene scenes of the surrounding countryside of Hyrule. And I was able to configure OBS to just put that video behind me. So now I've got, like Hylia, I've got the graveyard with the nice windmill behind me. There's something else too. Oh, Zora's Domain. So I've got a nice waterfall. So yeah, I'm going to try to find more little things in cool looking areas and games and get some more backgrounds going.
Yeah,
You can do a lot of creative stuff with that.
I saw that first one, like, what the fuck did Tom do? First I thought you like blurred something.
No, not quite. Am I actually surprised at how well it works? The only issue I have is an issue with my apartment. So we've got these two teeny little windows up in our living room that don't have blinds. Like the ceilings are really high because we're at the top apartment. And the sunlight comes through. And because the windows are all westward facing, this thing, and you'll see it here soon, hopefully if the clouds go away, but you will get like super bright, just rectangles of sunlight.
Oh,
So
kind of
when
ruins
you're
the green
trying to
screen,
use
doesn't it?
Exactly. It just becomes like this white hot mess of a rectangle, and the chroma key doesn't work because it's like, oh, that's not green, that's just white.
So to counter that, what you need or what you can do is get your direct lighting source on the screen. That way, the outside window doesn't have as much of an effect.
Yeah. Well, it would be difficult because the direct lighting source would then be competing with the power of the sun, and I don't think I've got a light source that's quite strong enough to take that.
Well, it's the contrast that kills it. Without a direct lighting source, direct sun on it is a huge contrast. With the direct lighting source, it's not as noticeable.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try that. I don't have anything right now that would work for that, but I have been slowly improving my streaming, lighting, and other setups to try to make this thing look a little better. Still not super professional, but it's a little.
Back in high school, we had a media class. We used to do a good bit of green screen work on it. And
Nice.
the light, direct lighting on the green screen made a huge difference when using it.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I might run a couple little LED spot lamps on the floor and just point it up at this thing, Because if that could fix it, that sounds like a pretty cheap and effective way to make that problem go away.
It doesn't have to be great. It just needs to be even.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it doesn't wash it out, into white like the sun does.
Yeah.
We used floodlights, but we also used them from like 6 foot away.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
You don't. I understand. Like you don't have that ability. People in traditional setups will not have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
6 feet away is 2 feet through a wall.
Yeah. You also have to be careful of shadows and stuff. Like, if you have the light not close enough to the green screen, like if it's in front of you or something, or you have too much light in front of you, then you get that shadow, which makes a darker green, which makes a worse key, and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
But so it just takes some playing.
One thing that I really love about this green screen, and it wasn't like it's not terribly expensive, especially if you're looking into photography gear. Like anything under $200 is cheap when you're talking about photography or professional setups. But what I really like about this is the whole thing is just a big ass metal tube, and you unroll the green screen. It hooks to a top, and you can control how high it is. So when I tear this down, I quite literally just wrap the thing back up in its big ass metal tube and set it against a wall, and that's it.
That's
really
nice.
Easy.
And Dave's calling out that he does that with the lighting. He'll use the lights in front of him and point it straight at the green screen.
Nice.
Because I don't know if you've ever caught some of his streams. Like he'll have his green screen set up and everything.
Yeah, Dave set up. Dave, your setup looks fucking professional. I love it.
Now Tom needs
trying to get a little bit there.
Tom needs to get that whole green screen thing where it puts him into Beat Saber.
Yes. So I actually did try that. So even though this screen is way, way, way too fucking big for just doing, on-camera Twitch stuff, it's still not big enough to cover the entirety of my VR play space, which kind of sucks.
I mean, honestly, you want to know the easy way to do that?
Paint the walls and the carpet and all the furniture green.
No, just get 2 big green sheets.
Yeah, like, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if I could just get like some big ass rolls of paper or something.
As long as you don't
as as it's bright green, as long as it's not wrinkled or anything.
The wrinkles would be rough.
I think the wife says no. Capital N-O exclamation point.
So I think what I'm going to do is just buy some green spray paint, and we'll solve this problem the DIY.
Hold on, you going to go pay money, Wubby, on us?
I am just going to spray paint the shit out of everything. It's going to be great.
I'd like to see... So don't use your green screen, but paint yourself green. And only key yourself.
That's a great idea.
That's what Pay Money Wubby wears a green suit, and that's what he does. Everything but his face is greened out.
Then you could be like RoboCop or something playing Beat Saber.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
And Dave does call out painting my face green would make everyone happy. Yes, I undoubtedly agree. That would be so much better than what I'm doing right now by showing this. This is awful.
Pay Money Wubby's setup is hilarious. Yeah, I love his setup, Slugger. I've never seen someone do that before. And like in real life, it looks like a Tinkle outfit.
Yeah,
like the really creepy ass Zelda character.
So what you guys are saying is that I should be 72 pin connectors green man.
Yes.
Okay.
I give 100% behind that.
All right, I could be green man.
Full body green suit for all VR streams.
Yeah.
This sounds perfect.
And then you play green suit. And then you play Blue Man Group song in Beat Saber, and then you key your green self to be blue.
Oh, that would be cool.
I'm okay with this.
So yeah. What else have you fellas been up to? Anyone have any good foods?
I had a Banh Mi sandwich this week.
A what?
A Banh Mi.
Is that like the Chinese pocket sandwich?
No, it is a Vietnamese sandwich on a soft French roll. It's usually got some kind of meat, and I had grilled pork. It's got like shredded carrots, and I don't even know what kind of sauce they put on it. Shredded cucumber, and I don't know, like lemongrass or something. I don't know what all's in it. All I know is that I ate it, and it was amazing. It was so good, and it was like $5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was not pricey at all.
Is that like a common theme in Vietnamese food? Anytime I go to a Vietnamese restaurant, I get an insane amount of food for like goddamn pennies. Like it's so cheap, it's so good, and I'm full like halfway through, but I just keep eating it because it's so delicious.
You get like a bowl, like a head-sized bowl of soup.
Yeah,
for $8 tops.
It's like going to a family style Mexican restaurant where it's like, yeah, I guess I'll get the large $8 platter, and it's like a fucking plate this big piled up this tall.
Well, it's amazing too because like I looked up a recipe to make pho one time, and it's like it's this cheap dish you get at a bunch of different Vietnamese places, and it takes like 2 to 3 days to make it. Like it's not something you just put together.
But they can do it in such large scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like good ramen broth. I mean, they're doing up like 10-gallon vats at once, probably.
Probably. So they're doing like an entire like brewing vats full of this stuff on a daily basis.
I could just drink that shit, especially Len's pho sauce or broth. Oh yeah.
Dude,
it's really good. Have you been there since you've been back?
Not yet. I heard they don't have the it's takeout only.
Well, now I think most restaurants are open now.
Oh.
In the area. It probably was for a while.
It will be happening before we leave. We've done more Skyline because Skyline.
Well, yeah, because Skyline, of course.
Have also so she's from Columbus, so she's not familiar with Dayton area stuff. So we went to Dorothy Lane Market.
Oh yeah, it's a nice store.
Yeah, got a killer brownie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go into a food coma afterwards?
It was a killer brownie cheesecake. So they used their brownie batter as the cheesecake.
Hang on a second.
Shit.
Rewind. Say it again, but slower.
Centrally.
Yeah.
A killer brownie cheesecake? I didn't know that existed.
It was great. It was like a traditional vanilla-ish cheesecake. And then had like some chocolate drizzle on top and stuff, but the crust was their killer brownie.
Oh my God,
I mean
man.
it's not as like thick.
Yeah.
It's made into a crust, but it was really good, dude. And we're talking really good.
Sounds amazing.
I couldn't think of a single thing on this earth that's more calorically dense than a killer brownie until you said killer brownie cheesecake. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that'll do it.
So we had leftovers and we were on the run this morning. So I might have had a small slice of that for breakfast.
Nice.
Best breakfast ever.
Have you ever looked at the nutrition facts of like a Cheesecake Factory slice of cheesecake?
Once.
I don't want to.
Once. It ruined my day.
Willful ignorance, man. Willful ignorance. I don't want to know.
I'm going to tell you anyway because it has to be said. It is, at least for a slice of Oreo cheesecake, 2,000 calories.
A slice?
A slice.
Like that's worse than a calorie hit of a freaking Chipotle. That's insane.
I encourage you to fact check me because this is coming from a coworker that said he looked at the nutrition facts when he was at Cheesecake Factory, and it was 2,000 calories for a slice of Oreo cheesecake.
That can't be just a slice.
There's no way a whole cheesecake is only 2,000. Yeah,
that would be diet cheesecake.
Yeah. And there's no way it's diet cheesecake because it's way too good to be diet cheesecake.
Okay, and Epoch calls it out. If you're going to have Cheesecake Factory, why in the hell are you looking at nutritional values?
I don't know. It's like a train wreck. You don't want to look at it, but you can't look away.
Also, Dobby, you said you got one of those killer brownie cheesecakes on your stove right now. What was your take on it? Because I thought it was really great. It was a nice touch on original cheesecake.
I'm a huge fan of cheesecake. Actually, the Cheesecake Factory has cheesecake ice cream now. You can buy at stores.
Ooh.
Which is unreasonably good.
Is it kind of like a cookie dough cheesecake or ice cream just with cheesecake instead of cookie dough?
No, it's like the whole thing tastes like cheesecake, and instead of cookie dough bits, it's graham cracker bits.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's good. It's really really good.
Delicious. Oh, I also had one other thing. It's not quite on two other things. One of them's not on that scale. Had a Little Debbie orange creamsicle cake thing. When they start making those, because those are fucking delicious.
The orange cupcakes?
No, it's like it looks like a Nutter Butter bar, but it's done like a cake.
What?
And it's just like an orange cream cake.
Hmm.
And it's like an actual cake and just really good. I say actual cake, I mean like a Little Debbie actual cake. Yeah, I dug them. They're pretty damn good.
Nice. I know they have the like the Hostess cupcakes. They have ones in orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
and those are good too.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Little Debbie's. Think of the zebra cakes, only orange creamsicle type.
Okay.
That sounds
but
good.
But it's stick form. So like form factor, it's like a Nutty Buddy bar.
Huh. All right.
Pretty good. The only bad thing is it doesn't come in a 2-pack like a Nutty Butter bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Eric, you had Tronies?
Huh? Oh yeah. Thank you, Scott. That Trony Brothers was pretty good.
Trony Brothers is great.
I thought it was pretty good. I'm not giving a great category, but it was pretty good.
Dave, the cheesecake that I was told was 2,000 calories was their Oreo cheesecake.
Okay. Oh, we got a fact checker going?
Yeah.
And
1630.
No way.
That's still a lot, dude.
That is insane.
That's not 2,000, but that is plenty.
Yeah, I actually feel a lot. I feel a lot better about it now that it's not 2,000 calories. Like,
I don't.
Yeah.
I still feel awful.
If one food item takes up your entire calorie budget for a day, I don't know what you're gonna do, man. Like,
I hope you don't eat at Chipotle. That could easily get up there.
Oh my
1680
God,
for an Oreo milkshake. That sounds good too.
And Slugger, yes, we are showing the plays of the month tonight. It is happening.
See, okay, Scott calls out Five Guys as being something that's also high calorie. It's not of high quality as a Cheesecake Factory cheesecakes.
Yeah.
Like, that's really good shit.
Yeah, but... yeah, I guess you're right.
I like Five Guys.
Do you guys like the food at Cheesecake Factory?
Yes. It's overpriced, but yes.
So, what do you get? Because I ordered from them early on when this whole pandemic thing happened. I got DoorDash for Cheesecake Factory because I got a free slice of cheesecake at lunch, and I had to. I could not do it.
But that's why they give it out for free.
Yeah, when I was looking at their menu, and they've got like
a bazillion things:
orange chicken, meatloaf, fried chicken, burgers, pasta dishes, and I'm like, I don't even know what to get. What do you get there? Like, what is? If you were like, the Cheesecake Factory's food is really good, you have to get this thing. What is it?
Anything Italian.
I like their, they have buffalo chicken bites that are really good. And it's not like a boneless chicken wings thing. Mm-hmm. It was really, really good. I can't remember what exactly it was, but I loved it.
Boneless chicken wings are just chicken nuggets.
Well, no, because they're actually like whole meat chicken chunks.
Chicken chunks, whatever.
Where
it's adult chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Okay, there. That's a good one. It's not 20 pieces or 20 different chickens in one
actual
patty.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Did we lose a Tom?
Did we lose a Tom? Tom, are you alive?
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Tom, are you okay?
My name was wrong. I had to fix it.
Your name was wrong?
It was just Tom instead of the .tv/72pin connector.
Yeah, we got to be try hard. We got to be try hard Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
If you aren't advertising, are you really playing?
Nope.
The Buffalo Blast, that might be it, Slugger. Dobby got me turned on to him. I ordered him a couple times after he brought some back once.
Okay.
Because yes, I'll eat another man's leftovers if I'm hungry. I'm not above it.
That shot, really. I think I ended up getting orange chicken, and it wasn't that great.
I never get something like General Tso's chicken, orange chicken. I never get something like that and anticipate it to be great.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've actually had really. Well, I mean, if you're at a real Chinese place, you're probably not having that shit anyway.
I don't know. I'm kind of a fiend for orange chicken. I'll be honest with you. Big fan.
I'm more of a what's it called? General Tso, sweet and spicy, baby.
Yeah, so was orange chicken.
Did I don't remember if I told you guys my desperation for shitty Chinese food couple weeks ago. But I was craving Chinese food. I really desperately wanted it. All the places around us are kind of closed. They're waiting out the pandemic or already out of business. Like we haven't been out to actually check if there are like signs in the windows or anything. And there's this one place that we had ordered 2 years ago, and I'm not going to name them. It's kind of a shitty thing to do to a humble restaurant owner. But it was dog shit. It was the worst Chinese food I've ever had in my life. It was just awful. The General Tso's was somehow way, way, way too spicy, but had no flavor. Like it was literally just bland heat.
I remember you telling us about that. That's just awful. That sounds awful.
So I got desperate. We ordered. I was like, it can't be as bad as I remember. Nah, it was worse. It was worse. Like the orange chicken was somehow the breading was soggy, but the chicken itself was overdone. So it was really hard.
Oh no.
That's the worst case scenario.
How do you do that?
And then there wasn't really any orange. It was just like a little bit of sugar, but then that like bland heat kicked in because I guess they mixed it up with the General Tso's or something. It was
oh man.
It was
That's
awful.
hard. That's absolutely heartbreaking.
So where we used to live when we first moved out to Seattle, there was a chicken or a Chinese place that was right by us that was okay. But there was one we found on Yelp that we would get delivery for. I never knew where it was actually located, but it was actually pretty damn good. Every once in a while, the chicken would be, or the breading would be a little soft, but the chicken was always cooked really well.
Okay.
So it's kind of that trade-off you take sometimes where I'd rather have the breading a little soft than the chicken cooked the crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I really don't know how you do both at the same time. That's
it doesn't make any sense.
That's impressively bad.
Yeah, like if there was an Olympics of bad Chinese food, this place would take it. Like, here's the gold. We don't need to look at anyone else. You win. Did I score? I almost scored.
That was almost a nice own goal pass thing. So I have a question for you, Tom, because I remember a conversation we had. I guess it wasn't much of a conversation. It was me asking you a question and you answering it. But it was, was multiple years ago. I think you still lived in Dayton. Maybe not. But I was talking about how good China Cottage is in Dayton. And you told me that there was a place that was better than the best place in Dayton was not China Cottage. It was this other place. And I'm trying to remember what you said. Okay.
North fucking China, because it's literally across the street from China Cottage.
Okay, on
Far Hills.
Is it the one on Far Hills?
Yep, it's so good that literally my grandmother, my entire family goes to China Cottage every single Christmas Eve. It is a tradition.
Is that the one that was
right by China Cottage?
North China. Okay, because I went to order from there because I kind of remembered it, and there was North China, and then there's North Village, and I was like, crap, which one is it? And whichever
North
one
Village
I got
is the imitator.
Okay, apparently whichever one I got, I got North Village because not to, disparage any local restaurants. I'm sorry, all North Village podcast listeners. I'm sure you all listen to us regularly, but
all 5 of their customers are here.
Yep.
It wasn't that great, and I was like, either Tom is crazy or I got the wrong place. So I must have gotten the wrong place.
Or I mean, Tom is crazy.
Tom is crazy. Maybe
there's no arguing that.
Maybe I got the right place, but
China Cottage is fucking delicious.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it was not. It was not China Cottage.
Yeah, like I love China Cottage. It's great, but North China is better to me. And people have disagreed with me on that point, and that's okay. You're allowed to be wrong.
Everyone has a right to an opinion. It's not right.
Yeah.
He almost bumped you into a safe there.
I know.
North China, that was the one that was right across from where you used to live, right?
Exactly. I would literally walk out of my apartment, go down the stairs, turn a corner, and it's right there.
Oh, that's
For some reason, I thought that was a China Cottage, but Gina and I drove past it. I'm like, hey, I know where I'm at. Tom, you still live here.
I drive past that like almost every day of the week. So one of these days.
The worst part about living behind North China was when they get going like around dinner time, they start cooking the stuff. You've got your windows open. It's the summertime, and just oh my god,
didn't stand a chance, did you?
Oh, there's nothing I could do. I had to order it.
Living too close to a really, really good restaurant is dangerous. for your wallet and your body.
Dude, I'm in the same place now. Like there's an amazing place. Like it's not the best place in the world, but it's solid. I've got a sports bar next to me. I've got like a decent seafood place. I've got a great sushi place up the road. In the summer, when those places get going, like last year, not like during pandemic times, but last year, you open up the windows, somebody is cooking steak on a Friday night, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. All right, I guess we're going out tonight.
So games.
Yeah,
Games.
So what y'all playing?
I played a lot of Tarkov this week. I'm finally all in on the new update and the new progress wipe and everything. I'm having so much fun doing all the stuff again that I already did. I don't know why. It's just a lot of fun. And I know they changed enough to make it different this time, but there's something about starting over and like already knowing what to do so you can kind of strategize better about, you know, how to get your run going. And it just, I don't know, it's just been so much fun. I'm addicted to it again.
In hindsight, I won't run as much scav as I used to. I used to be I won't run PMC. I will dick around and not run PMCs because I didn't want to lose stuff. But I think I finally got past that fear at the end of the last run or last season wipe, whatever you want to call it.
There's an element of Tarkov where you just have to not care. Like you just who cares? You're gonna lose a bunch of your stuff. You're gonna die all the time. It doesn't matter. Even if you die so much that you completely tank your economy and you have nothing, if you literally have nothing in your inventory and you die without any money, one of the traders will just give you like a gun and stuff. Like you're never actually just completely unable to do anything.
Oh, I didn't know they'd give you a gun. That's actually really
it's not
nice
much.
stuff.
They'll give you like one gun and maybe some ammo or something.
That's fine. It gives you enough to run still.
Yeah,
you're not shut out of the game because you sucked.
Yeah, and even then you still have your scav run. So
yeah, that's true. But those are time locked. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to get back and actually play it some more.
It's been a lot of fun. And we got Acro jumped in with us. He's been playing pretty regularly now. So it seems like it's the new wipe has kind of rejuvenated everybody's interest in the game.
That's good. Hopefully are you high enough level for flea market yet?
I just got it yesterday.
Okay. How's that feeling compared to what it was pre-wipe?
It's early, so it's going to be a mess right now. The item values are way out of whack. There's, some stuff that was 7,000 rubles for most of the last wipe is like 20, 30K. It just depends on what it is. Because everybody is in... I don't want to say everybody's in the same place, because some people will just murder the game and just soar high above everybody else. But most people that play a reasonable amount of time are in the same spot, trying to do the same things, trying to get the same items for the same tasks, and trying to upgrade their hideout at the same rate. So like those items that you need for those early tasks and upgrades are crazy just expensive yeah. But
I can see that.
It's a little bit more reasonable to like try to just find some of that stuff in the game.
I'm glad you're digging it though.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. It's great again.
Again.
It's
still great.
I don't do this every time, but I've kind of made it like in the back of my head like a very, very loose rule for this one. So that I don't just find, like, if I get some really nice gear or a really nice gun, that I don't just let it sit in my stash the whole time. I basically, every run that I do of my PMC, I pretty much bring whatever, like, the more or less best gun and best armor I have on every raid.
Okay.
And if I lose it, I lose it. I don't care. And then I just use my second best, or maybe I acquire a different one on a scav run or something. So I'm trying to kind of go that route and just use everything I have. Yeah, because like it's just taking up space in your inventory if you're not using it. You might as well use the best stuff that you have and enjoy the game more because you're using the better gear.
Mm. If you're not going to use it, at least sell it.
Yeah. It's completely worthless if it's just sitting there.
Who got that? Okay, sorry. I got really excited because I was in there.
That would have been a great steal if you got that on the last minute.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been mad about it, honestly. If you got the second touch, that would have been so good.
Sorry, I had to take a chat break for that moment in game.
Sometimes you just have to,
discuss,
acknowledge the moment. Yeah,
but no,
that's the fun of this podcast is we can still talk about the games too.
I think I'm going to adopt that strategy. I really like that idea.
Yeah,
it's just fun.
Agreed.
The less you care about the game, the more fun you have.
Like I had an M4 that was decked out in my inventory for over a month.
Yeah,
because I was afraid to use it, and I would only do offline runs with it.
Yep.
In hindsight, that was so stupid.
That's
so stupid.
New wipe, new you. You can be a new person.
Be a new you.
Be a new you. A better you.
Oh, that reminds me. So I started watching a new show on Amazon.
Oh.
Upload. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard anything about this.
I've literally heard the name once, and I have no idea what it is. So tell us.
So there was a Black Mirror episode loosely on the same kind of idea, where your consciousness gets uploaded into an afterlife. But the thing with this afterlife is, if you're close to death and you have the money, you can be uploaded into this virtual afterlife that you would live forever. Thing is, like, there's a monthly fee to be there, as well as a lot of the stuff in there costs money. So your loved ones still have to pay the bill to keep you there. As soon as they stop paying the bill, you're going to be gone.
It's like a capitalist. It's like a capitalist version of Soma.
Does fucking EA run this?
So I'm not going to get too much into it because it's kind of fun how it starts. It starts super lighthearted, but I think it's going to start getting a little dark.
Yeah,
but it's really interesting. It's really cool. I love the idea of that.
Yeah, it's a cool concept.
Like the idea of all of a sudden now you're alive and you just got in a car wreck and there's a 50-50 chance that you might not live. So do you take the chance on staying alive, or do you say, screw it, put me up into upload, because you get killed whenever they put you into upload. So, and they can't upload you if you're dead either. So like you have to choose to, it's almost like they kill you to get you in there. So yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. I'm enjoying it.
So, really philosophical question. Would you guys, if you had the option to release your physical body and exist on the internet, would you do it?
Not at this point. Maybe when I'm older.
I would, but only if I could exist in like one of the worst places on the internet. Like if they were to put my consciousness into 4chan or really somewhere where I could fuck shit up.
Oh no.
That's where I want to be. Or like a Flat Earth Society Facebook group or something that's just hilarious.
I actually followed a couple of flat earthers on Twitter just for the memes, and their memes are really bad and it's funny.
That is great.
Imagine thinking NASA was a real organization.
Yeah, it'd be like people from plane windows taking a picture with their phone. Looks flat to me. It's like, all right.
Oh my god. Like the worst of the anecdotal evidence you can have.
Exactly, yeah. It's all anecdotal.
That is fantastic.
And Dave calls out, the hell with that, send him to Mars.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Okay, would you do that? Would you take a one-way ticket to Mars? Like, let's say they think that. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I've read and seen The Martian. I don't know if I want to go through all of that.
I have always said I don't want to die on this planet. Whatever way that can happen. Like if they take 80-year-old Tom, ship me to fucking Venus. They're like, we wonder what happens when we put a man on Venus. Oh, look, he instantly died. Like, I'm cool with that. Whatever.
So you're okay with being put on a Dragon capsule and just literally launched into the moon.
Just yeeted into space.
Yeet me somewhere off of this Earth. That's the only thing I care about. Yeet me into the goddamn sun. I just don't want to die on Earth. That is my only requirement for my life.
No.
I'm all for that when I'm old. I feel like I'm still young enough to enjoy shit, so I want to. But like when I'm decrepit, once I lose like motor skills, dude, throw me up.
We're millennials. Do it yesterday.
Would you please just launch me into the sun? That would be fantastic.
Dude, you know how miserable that would be like the 5 minutes before you finally died?
Yeah.
Because you were
probably.
just sweating your ass off.
It would be a little toasty. You'd be like, this is how a toaster strudel feels. Got it.
Only I don't get to taste that beautiful fruit filling with that cheap ass cream cheese icing.
Oh, you
That
gotta
is
go.
somehow delicious.
You gotta go
Yep.
cinnamon. You gotta go cinnamon. You can't go fruit ones.
What? The fruit cinnamon or fruit ones are the best. You said toaster strudels, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Making sure you didn't say pop.
They've got a bunch of those now. They've got like Boston cream and all kinds of stuff.
Ooh.
Really?
I think
Boston cream sounds good.
They've got like strawberry shortcake ones or strawberry cheesecake or something.
So they're making them desserty. Well, I guess technically they were desserty from the start, but
did you guys like the savory ones, like the bacon and egg ones?
Yes, I was going to bring those up. Those were
toaster scramblers. That's what they were called.
Yes, yeah. Those are legit. But then again, I'm a fiend for breakfast food.
Yeah, who isn't? I'm. That's a stupid question. Of course, there are a bunch of people that probably don't like it, but come on.
Are they really people though? Can we call them that?
Yeah, we can.
I mean, who
people.
doesn't like bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs?
I'm sure there are
some
people.
form of pork product and eggs.
Any form of pork, please.
Pork product and eggs, please.
Or cow product. Steak and eggs is amazing.
I do love a good steak and eggs.
Never
with
had
like
it.
The caramelized onion on top. Yeah.
I've never had steak and eggs ever.
Really?
You gotta have some steak and eggs. It's good.
Even, I know this is stupid, but even if you're at McDonald's in the morning, they have like a steak and egg with like grilled onions on a bagel, I think it is. It's
not anymore.
Oh, really?
I have had that because I loved when they had their bagel breakfast sandwiches. Those were the best.
Yeah.
Honestly, like those more than McGriddles.
So
now,
at what point?
Them's fighting words.
At what point are we going to change this podcast into a food podcast where we occasionally get off topic and talk about games?
I was kind of thinking we do it next week. Like, why wait?
We were talking about food a long time, and then we're like, all right, let's get to the games. And then we talked about a game, and then we went right back to food.
Well, no, we were talking games, and then we got to talking about like the consciousness thing, and somehow getting yeeted into the sun turned into breakfast food.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, because Tom used the analogy of being a toaster strudel.
My bad, guys.
That's all right.
But yeah.
It's fine.
So games.
Actually,
I actually got back to a game I haven't played in a little bit. I put it down to easy mode because I'm just trying to unlock all the different units, and then I'm going to go back up to hard. Into the Breach. Such a fun game. Nice tactics game where you know what your enemy's moves are before they make it. So then your objective is to make sure they don't hurt things by killing them or pushing them or turning them or making them unable to attack with your attacks. So your strategy is to just not let them do their moves. It's really fun.
I really did like that game. I didn't play very much of it, but I very much enjoyed what it was about.
And anyone new to it, start on easy because that game ratchets up quick.
Yeah.
They, like on the upper difficulties, they throw a lot of units on you really quick to where it's super easy to get overwhelmed. But yeah, super, super good game. Your mechs, it's a 3v army situation.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has like their own different abilities. Yeah. If you like Final Fantasy Tactics and maybe want a little more chessy feel, totally go for that. Chessy. Chess-like. Probably a better way of wording it.
I like chessy better.
Yeah.
So Tom, you were actually playing one of my favorite classic games.
Kirby's Dreamland?
Hell yes. Love Kirby's Dreamland.
I actually, believe it or not, I did not pin you as a Kirby's Dreamland kind of guy.
I like Kirby. I actually bought the Kirby on Switch. I was kind of slightly disappointed with it because it was super easy.
Yeah, that's kind of Kirby though. Like it's designed to be easily completable. Basically, what Nintendo wanted is, or HAL Laboratory for that matter, wanted a game that anyone could play and enjoy, which is why Kirby tends to be more on the simplistic side of platforms. Like Mario's got some hard shit. Kirby typically is a walk in the park. Not to say that you're not gonna die, but you're not going to spend a whole lot of time grinding.
With this one, since it was like all the different team players, like you shouldn't die. Yeah. Like I could go through without dying. It was, I know they're an easy game. It was a little too easy.
I get that.
So which console was Dreamland for?
Dreamland was actually the very first Kirby game on the original Game Boy.
Nice.
This is before Kirby could actually get powers. So when you ate stuff, he just ate it. You didn't get any abilities from it. They added that in Kirby's Adventure on the NES.
Actually, I think Kirby's Adventure is the one I was actually thinking because you still had the powers, but yeah.
So the Game Boy one, it's good. It's quite literally a 30-minute game. When you beat it, it says, hey, hold this button combo to get New Game Plus, where they rearrange some of the enemies to make it a little bit harder, which is kind of neat. Mm-hmm. So ran through it once. It's quite literally the first Game Boy game I ever owned. And so had a little bit of a nostalgia trip. It was just fun. It was nice and wholesome and fun and had a pretty sweet Kirby soundtrack, as they all do.
So Dave's asking about some games you played last week. Yes, Dave, he did cover those last week.
Yep. Yeah, which is why I'm not talking about Long Dark or Anno 22. Was it 2205? The future Anno. That's why I'm not covering those this week.
You missed it, Dave. You missed your chance.
Sorry, Dave.
But no, Kirby's, it's a fun game, though.
Yeah.
And then you also...
I barely played that one when I was a kid.
Ever heard of.
So
what the fuck is that?
So I haven't heard of this either. I was playing Kirby. I finished the game. I'm going to leave you on the teaser. To answer Dave's question, when am I getting back to Long Dark? I will.
Never.
I don't know when, but I will.
He's not
doing it for you.
He won't.
I'm really doing it for my wife, but I'm doing it for you. So yeah, that will be a thing eventually. So I completed Kirby. I was like, hey, look, I remember this button combo to get into the sound test. What do we play next? And like, there's one other person watching, but I didn't know who it was because they hadn't said anything in chat. So I'm like, all right, well, what do I play next? So I'm like scrolling through my list. Dobby jumps in and says, Gargoyle Quest. What the fuck is Gargoyle's Quest? I have never heard of this shit in my life. It is fucking weird. It's made by Capcom, which I didn't know anything about it going in. It's made and published by Capcom. It is a side-scrolling action platformer, kind of like Mega Man, but with RPG mechanics where you can level up your character in different ways. But then when you complete an action sequence, it goes top-down Final Fantasy, like, grid system viewpoint to have you walk around a place and look for, like, villages and dungeons, and then there's like random battles, like Pokemon random battles. Just
what in the fuck?
Yeah, it is weird. It is a super weird game. It is really, really good. It is excellent.
Is it?
It is completely original. I have never played it before. It feels really good. The translation is god-awful, like most games that came from Japan during that time. But it's really good. The gameplay is fantastic. It is weird. It's unique. By doing like the cool little RPG things, like, you know, running around in a village and looking inside of random chests and pots and taking stuff from villagers, because you can. You'll upgrade your dude, which helps you during the action sequence.
So is this loosely based off the Gargoyles kids show, or is it just, hey, these things are gargoyles?
I think it's just, hey, these things are gargoyles. Okay. Apparently there's a couple of them too. Like I was looking earlier today, there's like Gargoyles Quest 2, there might have been a third one. It is different. Dobby said it's one of his favorites growing up. I have never heard of it. I had never played it, and I loved my time with it. I will absolutely go back to this game. I actually have a save state, so I can pick up exactly where I left off.
Was it eventually on like NES or something?
I don't know. I don't know if it ever left the Game Boy. I literally don't know a damn thing about this other than it was published by Capcom and it hit the Game Boy.
So was it, hold on, it was actually Capcom proper.
Yeah, Capcom proper.
So they had faith in this.
Yeah, published and developed.
Because, yeah, that, for reference, what I'm getting at, back in those days, there was a limit to how many games a publisher could release on the NES. So they had shims of publisher companies to
Right.
publish games.
So that was not the case in the Game Boy, and that actually ended pretty soon after Nintendo got sued.
Okay, so it was only the NES where they were doing that.
Yeah.
As
far as I know, yes.
Such a weird restriction. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, Nintendo, you have to remember that these rules wasn't Nintendo trying to artificially put restrictions on people. The video game crash in the 70s and 80s occurred because everyone and their mother made Atari carts, and they were all fucking bad. So there was like, instead of like today, you think you've got too many games to play today. In the Atari era, there's basically one console. Like, yeah, sure, there were other competitors, but the Atari 2600 was the only game in town. And all of the games were just fucking shovelware bad. There were like 2 or 3 great games that came out per year. Everything else was a pile of shit. And Nintendo said, we don't want this to happen again. We literally just single-handedly revived the video game market in North America. Let's not crash again. You guys can only put out 5 games per year. Deal with it. Make them good. So companies were incentivized to either make good games or do the Konami thing where they just create 6 or 7 sub-companies and tell Nintendo to fuck themselves.
I like that approach.
Interesting.
Yeah. Product of the times.
So Gargoyle Quest. I'll have to look into
Gargoyle
it just to see what it looks like. I did play it. You
weird.
mentioned that the Gargoyle show. I do remember playing a Gargoyles game on like Sega Genesis.
I feel Sega, like that era, but Sega had a lot of, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? When it's property of other people.
Licensed games?
Yes, licensed games. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the fucking Disney ones, the TV shows, all the Batman games were on there.
I love the Spider-Man games on Genesis.
Oh, those were great. I should play that, actually. There was a Spider-Man game that I fucking fell in love with.
I remember them being really hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you lengthen the amount of gameplay, right? Because the carts weren't physically big enough to really put a bunch of content in.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to make it difficult. Because if you beat Contra, when you went to Blockbuster, rented Contra, beat it in a day, you're never going to buy that cart. But The Lion King, if you got stuck on that one goddamn level forever, you might buy it just to see if you can get past it later.
So I don't remember the names of the Spider-Man games.
Cool Spot? Oh, yeah. That's I think one was The Amazing Spider-Man.
Because there was one that was just like a brawler, like the X-Men game that's always in arcades, and I forget that genre exactly, but that
beat 'em ups.
Yeah, but it's like the not perfectly 2D, where you've got a little bit of back and forth.
Like isometric?
Yeah, it's kind of isometric. There was one like that, and then there was one that was straight up 2D, kind of side scroller-y, kinda. I remember that one was the one I really liked, but I don't remember the name of which one was which.
That's the one I actually have the physical cart sitting on my shelf right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the of that era, I still think Turtles were the best of them. Like even better than
Turtles
Streets of
were
Rage.
good.
I think Turtles nailed it.
I'm gonna give it a tie between
one.
Turtles and Double Dragon. Double Dragon was really good.
I only played Double Dragon when it was that the 2-pack cartridge with Battletoads, wasn't it?
2-pack
Battletoads and Double Dragon. Yeah, Battletoads is pretty solid.
Dobby calls out 7-Up. Yeah, I think Cool Spot, which is quite literally the 7-Up dot, like the red circle on the 7-Up logo. He had his own game. I think that game is criminally underrated. It's not the best platformer in the world, but it is really, really solid for what it is.
And it looks good. For a Sega game, it was pretty.
Beautiful. The sprite work in that is amazing.
Almost as good as Vector Man.
The thing that kind of made me mad about Cool Spot is if you beat the game and get a high enough score, I think that at one of the ending screens says, hey, send a postcard to this address with this code, and we'll send you a 7-Up t-shirt. And by the time I beat it, it was like 4 years after they stopped doing it. So I sent the thing in and got a letter back that said, sorry, man, we stopped doing this a while ago. Like, motherfucker. I was so disappointed as a child. Damn you, capitalism.
There was a bass fishing game on a computer where if you got a bass of a certain size, they would give you a code and you would have to send it in and then they would reward you.
Nice.
Yes, I know of that shit because I'm a creep.
There's also, was it Road Racers? Road Blasters, I think.
Road Blaster. That was an NES racing game where you had, or not racing game, just a race against time where you had to kill people out of your way.
Yeah. So in the arcade at Marion's Pizza in Ohio, they had a Road Blasters machine. I got the high score, and it flashed up a message, and it said, "Congratulations on the highest score. Send a postcard to this address." Apparently, this was a common thing, and we'll give you a cool prize. And I went over and I'm trying to grab my dad, and he's just trying to give the money to the damn kid working at Marion's Pizza. And I'm there pulling on. It's like, Dad, I need a pen. I need paper. I got a high score. He's like, get the fuck away. I'm trying to buy the pizza. I'm like, no, it's good. And then I got back to the machine. It was gone. It was gone.
Oh,
sad.
I was so disappointed.
You know who's not going to be disappointed though?
Who?
People that just made top plays this month.
Hey.
Damn right.
Yes. So
go ahead.
every month we do a top 10 plays of the month from the community. So people submit their plays every day. We post them on Twitter every day too. But the best 10, we actually make a little montage and show it on the cast. But this month is actually a little special.
Yeah. So this month, after we go through and show you great plays and whoever took the number one spot, we will also be doing a random number generator of 1 through 10. And whatever number that is correlates to whatever position in the top 10 that player was. That person gets any one item out of our store. Any item in there. So,
including the $15,000 gold bar.
No. Everything but that. Actually, that'd be rad to sell. So, that said, are we ready to get this puppy rolling?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Oh, here we go.
Hit that play button, sir.
Smashing. Smashing. Sorry.
Number 10 is Joey.
Yes. Love this. It's been months since we've had one of these. I love that.
The BP shot.
What a read.
Yep. The fucking BP special, man. Love this shit.
Bop.
Off the wall. Good little redraw. Bam.
Nice.
All right. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I remember watching as soon as he posted it. That flip's dirty.
What the fuck?
That flip is dirty.
Spike rush.
Just boop. And in.
It's like an NFL juke.
Oh, it's Acro.
So clean. Acro. He's such an asshole.
I love the bump plays.
I mean, he just needed him.
And he's good at them.
What
Oh,
the
he's great
Oh,
at
and
it.
he can also shoot the ball really well too. So you're kind of screwed either way. Nice.
Damn.
So pretty.
John
It's
Ryer all day.
John.
I like his little logo thing. I always think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
The flick. One bump.
Oh, and the
Goomba.
Goomba. So it's hard to tell in this
Damn.
clip, but I looked at it frame by frame when I was doing this. He's right above that last defender. So the defender tries to jump and to get the ball, but he can't jump because he just hits his car.
My God.
Perfect.
Fits.
Fits the mechanical genius.
Oh my God, he's so
Easy
good at
flip
that.
reset. Yeah, he
Delays
pulls
it
us off.
just. Yeah. He delays it just long enough for them to dive.
Yep.
And that's an OT winner, by the way.
Chewy.
This was
Whee!
cool.
He's just toying with him at this point. It's so rude, and I love it.
Like, that reset touch is insane.
This is just nuts.
Honestly,
Like
that backflip high pop thing was cool too.
Yeah. Slugger.
It's Slugger.
Okay. I gotta give a little commentary on this. So
Yeah.
this son of a bitch has been trying to nail this shot for months. When I'm in on Sundays going through clips, he's trying to get these breezies constantly. Finally gets it this time around.
Oh my god. It's a clean one too. It's so good.
Oh yeah, it was pretty, man.
It shows the hard work pays off.
Hold on.
Just dumps the mag. He only needs the one bullet.
Yeah, when I saw this live, or not live, I mean like as soon as I saw that when I was going through the clips, stupid.
Just the sheer confidence. I love it.
He said he's tried that several other times since, hasn't been able to pull it off.
Shaq.
I think this man might be the best Valorant player in our Discord.
He's insane. They're all
He's
insane,
really,
honestly.
really good.
2, 3.
And let's alt you a little bit. And through all the smoke.
Coming out
Can't
blind
see
like that's a
shit.
ballsy move too, and he gets the last 2 for the ace. Fantastic.
And the final one.
Oh my god, Jacob during Fusion RL.
And just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Jacob plays with a 4th goal. You don't even need it with a minute 30 left.
Just insane.
Oh my god. That's a great angle.
Jacob is feeling it now in game number 2.
That was just nuts.
All right, here we are. We have arrived. We are at the random number generator. So this is from random.org. So we'll go ahead and set the range from 1 to 10. And whichever number this generates will correspond to the ordering of the clips we just watched. So we will see who wins a piece of merchandise. Are you guys ready?
Let's see what we get.
Let's see
Let's
it.
go.
Generate. Number 3. Hype.
3. Hype.
Hype.
Hypey boy's getting some swag.
Hype gets any piece of merch from our store. If he isn't here, we will contact him. And yeah, congrats, Hype.
Or he could also just get a pizza too. But swag, actually. Swag. So, just getting out there for the top play stuff, just some information. We've talked about it last week. If your game has changed the way they do stuff, 90% of their storage cost comes off of clips older than 30 days. They get only 2% views. So make sure you save your clips when you submit them to us. If they're not there, otherwise they delete in 7 days, they won't be there for the montage, which sucks because there was some really good clips that didn't make it because they got timed out. So make sure you hit that save button in the app.
Yes, definitely.
And also, for those who have no clue what we just did, go to our Discord. Go to Plays of the Day, put any clip from any game that you think's funny, awesome, awful, badass, whatever, put them there. Every day, we'll tweet us out one that we like, be it funny or whatnot, and then at the end of the month, the 10 most badass clips get put into a montage. So jump in the Discord, jump in the fun.
Yeah, do it.
That said, we about to get some more games on, fellas?
Well, let's do it. Let's get back into the games and get back into the game talk.
Yeah.
I only played one other game this week, other than Tarkov. I'm still working my way slowly through Control, and I'm still loving it. We
Is it
talked
still
about
pretty?
it. Yeah, yeah. We talked about the game mostly last week. Just a couple other things I wanted to hit on that we didn't really hit on that much. I talked about obviously how nice it looks and that it uses all the RTX features, but like for people who aren't familiar with what all that means, so like it basically ray traces how light actually works. So instead of having to like do graphics tricks to do like fake rooms to make mirrors work and stuff like that, it actually just straight up reflects the light like a mirror would, or like a reflective surface on the floor. So
And they could have done that in old graphics cards, but it's so expensive. It's only really possible to do on static images, like not in games. Like when you're rendering a scene offline is really the only way you could do it with the tech.
Yeah. So like when I'm playing the game, I'm trying to like look for that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's just crazy. Like, it's kind of jaw dropping, honestly. Like, you could, let's say there's a green light. You're in like a normally lit room, but there's like a lamp that's colored green for whatever reason, right? If you use your telekinesis ability to grab that off the table, the light will shine off of the floor just however it happens to be floating in the air. That light might reflect off of the floor onto the wall, and you will still see the green colored light reflect off of the floor onto the wall. Just like, it sounds trivial, but it's not something you really see in any that many games. I mean, it's really cool.
For those of you who thinks it's trivial, look up the Quake demo and the Minecraft demos for RTX, and you'll understand on even games that are super simple, super bland looking, proper ray tracing for lighting makes it look so much better.
Yeah. There are times like Control is like, it's a realistic looking game. Like, some of the faces and player models and stuff don't necessarily look super like photorealistic or anything, but some of those environments, like if you're just glancing at it, it's almost surreal how good the lighting is.
That's awesome. Like those screenshots you were posting about this. I mean, this thing looks fucking awesome.
And I know Tom talked about last week how it seems like a lot of the areas are just built specifically to showcase that stuff. But even artistically, it's really nice. The way they use colored lights is really, really nice. Like, there are whole rooms that are colored red. And like, I don't know. It'll be like a red room, like right adjacent to a yellow light. And you can see how they kind of reflect and interact with each other. It's just really cool.
And make an orange light?
Yeah. I mean, the game is just jaw-droppingly beautiful. It's really cool.
But how's the game?
It's fun. It's actually a lot of fun. It gets hectic when there's a lot of enemies going on at once, but you have a lot of interesting abilities you can use. Like, you're not just stuck with your gun. You have like a telekinesis ability. You can grab stuff, basically any object in the whole thing. If there's no objects, you'll grab a chunk off the floor, which we mentioned last week too.
Which is just awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, I always have a weapon.
You always have a weapon. And I just unlocked another ability recently. It's like a shield. So you'll grab chunks like off the floor or the wall, but it's like you'll grab a bunch of them all at once and hold them in front of your character as like a shield.
Oh,
so you can use it to like move forward without getting shot. And then later on, you can upgrade that to, you hold them up as like a shield or whatever. And then whenever you're ready, you can just launch all of those pieces off.
That's really
in front of you at the enemies. Yeah.
So it's a shield, it's a shield, it's a shield, it's a burst on everyone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
There are ones where you can like possess an enemy and he'll fight for you. Like, these are all, none of these are novel ideas, right? We've played these in games before, especially if you played Psyops on PS2. Like telekinesis, taking control of an enemy to turn him into a friendly, like that's not new stuff. But I don't know, I think just everything put together with the game is really, really good.
It's just nicely done.
It is.
Good.
Have you played any more of it, Tom?
I have not. I need to get back into it. I just haven't had time recently.
Yeah.
Instead, you restarted another game.
I did. So Adam loves this game, and honestly, hearing you talk about your love of this game made me revisit it. Hollow Knight. So I played it a little bit. I've never gotten super far into it, and I decided, all right, because I started it on the Switch, and I wanted to be able to stream it and, basically show off the game and just chill right here in front of this amazing green screen. So I decided to restart Hollow Knight, and it is great. I'm basically a little bit before I was on the Switch, so I don't really have too much new to say about it, other than playing on the Switch and playing on my shitty earbuds on the bus. I was never like properly exposed to the soundtrack.
Oh, man.
It is honestly one of the best parts about that game. The music, the just ambiance of the areas is fantastic.
Yes.
And playing on a nice screen instead of just the little Switch screen, it's like, it was always a beautiful game, but I didn't realize just how good it was until I saw it in motion on my and it really goes to show that like the Switch is great. It's a fantastic little system, but if you really want to see games in the best possible light, PC is the way to go. Even for something as simple as Hollow Knight, right?
I mean, like if the PS4 and the Xbox One aren't getting it perfectly, the Switch has no chance.
Yeah.
So I need to get into that game at some point. You guys talk a lot about it. I need to start playing it. I know it's supposed to be great.
I think you like it if you get into it. It took me a while to get into it because it is kind of slow at the start. Until you unlock more abilities and stuff, like some of the movement and combat isn't as fun as it's going to get. Like it gets way, way better, and the combat is really fun.
Yeah,
fantastic game all around.
That's one thing that will drive me away. Is like I'm impatient anymore with games.
I mean, not
like
that it's never bad, right? But
it's not.
Keep in mind that it gets better. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
And be comfortable with being lost, which is kind of half the fun. It's kind of half the fun, the exploration.
Oh, and yeah, I haven't really done too much else either. I had Animal Crossing, which same old, and Little Slay the Spire.
Nice.
But that's about all on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty much tapped. Tom, you have one other one on there. It looks like you have some stuff for. You were back in some Mario Maker?
Yeah, so Mario Maker had an update forever ago that basically lets you create like actual world. So you get a map, you can draw paths between them, make different levels. Like it basically build your own Mario world. And somebody on Reddit posted this incredible trailer that honestly I thought it was a Nintendo Direct until I looked at the comments and it said it was tagged with user-generated content. I was like, wait a minute, they made an entirely like incredible looking Nintendo-esque Direct trailer for Mario 3 Revisited. It's all in the style of Mario 3, brand new styles of gameplay, brand new levels, an entire 8 worlds, four levels apiece. And I decided to try it out, and it's fucking great. Not only did they put great work into it, but it really shows that if you are obsessed with Mario Maker, if you want to try to create different worlds and kind of make a cohesive experience building your own Mario game, this gives you the tools needed to do that. It is really, really cool. So I pulled down this world, and I literally have a totally new Mario game.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
I should get Mario Maker at some point. I feel I'm missing out on some good runs and some interesting levels, like the no walk or no play levels.
Yeah,
those are pretty cool. I really like some of those.
No play levels.
Mario Maker is like 99% hot garbage, but that 1% just makes up for all of it.
Have you made a hot garbage map?
Oh, I have made 2 hot garbage maps.
Oh.
One of them is a super easy thing. The other one is just ridiculously hard for no reason whatsoever. So, the Mario Maker map. It's nice. Mario Maker.
I mean, that's what all Mario Maker maps are. And then someone has that cheesy way to get through it that no one else knows about. So the level's actually quite impossible unless you know this cheesy way to beat it.
Exactly.
Got it.
So my level, actually, I'm pretty proud of it. There's it's called The Fall. It's a vertical drop map, which isn't usually seen in Mario. The left side is easy. So there's an easy difficulty and a hard difficulty. And the hard difficulty is almost impossible. But what Mario Maker does, unlike Beat Saber custom maps, which we will get into here in a minute, is Mario Maker requires that the creator actually completes the level before they are able to.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I did have to go through my own personal hell of my Mario Maker level to be able to post it, which is great because it does prevent a small amount of the grief. There's still ways to get around that, like hidden paths or invisible blocks, but for the most part, it's fine. It gets rid of a lot of the trash that people would put on there.
So is that why you put an easy mode on your map?
I ran through both sides just because I didn't want to be that guy. I ran through the left side. Cool. That's easy enough. I ran through the right side, and it took a couple hours, but I got it. So it is possible, and I'm not great at Mario.
What sucks is the completion stats will give you for the easy side too, where I want to know what the completion stats are for the hard side.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Is there any way to like do that?
No. Currently, no.
Because I'm assuming it actually goes to the same ending. It's just different paths to get there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, like a level like mine, it's definitely not the norm and not how you're supposed to build Mario Maker levels. But yeah, I enjoy it.
But it's Mario Maker. You can do whatever you want. That's the fun
Yeah.
of it.
I was going to say, there is no how you're supposed to do Mario Maker. You just Mario make it.
It's let me say, my way of constructing levels is not a supported way. You can, it's just not built for.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, you had a bad experience with Beat Saber, it sounds, with a custom map.
Yeah, so I'm really, really happy about this. I got Beat Saber trolls in my Twitch stream, which is actually pretty cool. It means we've made it, guys. We get trolls now. We've made it.
Hey,
Like that last guy.
Yeah,
official
like that
trolls.
last guy who said, "Oh, I hit this crazy shot," and then Nightbot's like, "Fuck you, no links." I'm like, "Oh shit, man, I'm sorry. Here you go. Let me repost that for you." I didn't click on the link. Why would I? Sounds like a nice dude. Nah, it's just two guys kissing. Don't have anything against it. It's not a play of the day. Sorry. It might be if you're really lonely, but today, not a play of the day. But anyway, yeah, I had to clear the chat because I'm a bad mod and I don't click things before I post them. Sorry about that, Twitch. My bad.
Honestly, I missed that when we were talking and playing games. I was wondering why my chat refreshed. I didn't know if I like DC'd for a second or something.
Nope. That was me intentionally clearing the chat because I'm a bad moderator. Sorry about that.
Well, that's why I was reaching out to our actual mod to be like, "Hey, get that."
Yeah. Nightbot did the proper thing and I overrode it because I'm an idiot.
To be fair, we've had problems with Nightbot. Just destroying our favorite community members' links and stuff.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get into this right now. I've actually updated Nightbot to safeguard stuff we know to be safe. If your game is noted as safe, like Twitch is safe. So like there's definitely some stuff that's marked. So like GIFs, people can get them there. If they don't, fuck them. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Sorry, that came out pretty rough, but
a little bit.
Nightbot will stop them.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that. But the Beat Saber, you find slobs better than Nightbot. I'm gonna have to look into what Streamlabs can do for us that way. I do appreciate Nightbot and what it does. It's not amazing, but it's fine. And honestly, this stream doesn't see enough traffic and enough of that kind of abuse to necessitate anything really heavy. So I don't know. We'll see. But Beat Saber trolls.
Beat Saber trolls.
Beat Saber trolls.
I did ask. I said, "Hey, tell me what songs to play," because I'm trying to work out. And you know, when you go to the gym and you're working out alone or you're doing any kind of fitness stuff, and it's just you're just like, I could skip today. But if you've got a gym buddy, if you've got somebody who's actually doing it with you and keeping you honest, you are way more likely to stick with it. Well, Twitch is my gym buddy. So I'm trying to do at least a half an hour of Beat Saber per day because I'm fat and I need to get less fat. So I've been using Twitch to kind of drive me and make me play songs, and it's working really, really well. I actually did 2 hours of Beat Saber the other day.
Nice.
But we've been getting Beat Saber trolls, which is nice. We've made it. They requested a song called Bag, and it's literally a song with just bagpipes, but it's like 2 minutes, 2,000 notes, and the song isn't very fast. It's just quite literally an entire wall of notes heading at you. There is no way to complete it. We got a lot of these songs. Just like the ear rape meme songs where people are just screaming. I'm just like, yeah, no, we're gonna skip that. we're getting out of here.
It's not fun like Yoshi screaming.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm good with meme songs when they're enjoyable and fun, but the stuff that some people are posting has just not been
enjoyable.
Yeah, so cool. But I have been playing a lot of Beat Saber. I am slowly getting better, and I think I found what's nice is I think I found a couple songs that are a little below the difficulty of Saeed, but not so far down that they're a walk in the park. Like, I will still fail them occasionally. Because what you got to do in Beat Saber is you got to slowly level stuff up. So thanks to Josh, actually, Superman from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack is like this perfect, crisp amount of difficulty that I need where it's not a walk in the park. It is just hard enough to complete, and the song is a straight up banger. So yeah, I'm making waves. Making waves. I've got to show you this song as soon as I play Beat Saber next. Probably not tonight, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I'll have to get that track or that one because I actually really, really dig that song. So yeah. Is
that Superman by Tantric? That
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger? Which one is that?
It's Sky.
Oh, okay. That sounds way better. Because I was thinking of that song by Tantric, and I was like, I really don't like that song at all.
I don't even know what that song is.
I wouldn't consider that song a banger.
If you like ska music at all, Superman's a banger. Adam, I've showed you this one, and I know you're not a fan
I know
of
I've
ska
heard
music.
it, but I know I've heard it. I just can't think of what it is right now.
Yeah, there's no singing of that coming from me. But anyway.
I was waiting on it.
See?
Okay, enough of that. Fuck that. Anyway, games. We're done with them. Anyone have anything that we missed?
Unless I played something and blacked out and forgot about it, but I don't think that happened.
I got nothing.
You don't black out game?
No, I don't.
Not usually?
You're missing out. It's a good experience.
I actually don't black out in general, thankfully.
I was just saying, like Terraria, you black out game Terraria and you just destroy your entire server overnight.
Oh.
That would be awful. Never done it. Just
sounds unfortunate.
That would be terrible. Had to clarify. But no, so we got some news. And the first news is something I saw that kind of made me sad a little. Naughty Dog's potentially going to get in some legal trouble because they're using a song in their trailer. I guess they licensed the original song, but the version they do is clearly not the original song because this song has been covered by someone else and they did their own little interpretation of it, as a lot of bands do when they cover it. Well, they used that interpretation of the song in the game and didn't give credit to the cover artist.
Oh, whoops. That's a big whoops.
So it's a big whoops, and it's a weird legal thing, and it's called out in the article, and I think it's worth saying that Naughty Dog actually probably had very little to do with that, and it was probably more so Sony for the media marketing stuff.
Dang it, Sony.
But no, I mean, that's just a really weird legal thing where it sounds like they had the permission of the original song, but they added stuff from a cover version, which I don't think I've ever heard of that kind of situation happening.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, super weird. But anyway, that's currently ongoing. No outcome yet. We will probably revisit this when something happens. What else we got here? Take-Two Interactive. They did some fun stuff, didn't they, Tom?
Yeah, so this is fucking shitty. So the guys who did Kerbal Space Program, they've been working on Kerbal Space Program 2. And Urk, I know you in particular have got a lot of experience with Kerbal. You actually did a mini-series, I want to say a year ago?
About 3 years ago.
Oh, shit. All right.
Where did the time go?
2020 has been
What year is
very
it?
long year.
At the earliest, it was 2018, but I think it was 2017.
Okay. So you did a miniseries. The devs have been working on Kerbal Space Program 2. People were pretty excited about it. Originally, it was going to be published by Take-Two Interactive, using the original devs, the original team, everything else. So they Take-Two said, "Hey, we don't really like how this project is shaping up, so we're gonna go ahead and pull out. Do you want to just get bought? Like, do you want us to buy you?" And the devs are like, "No, we think we could do all right without you. Like, we'll just find another publisher." And Take-Two's like, "All right, that's cool." So they started reaching out to team members and saying, "Hey, you want to work for us instead? We'll just hire you." and they started poaching people directly from the dev team. So now, like, half the company has been eaten by Take-Two Interactive, and the other company is dying. Like, they have no one left.
Now, before you feel all bad for them, you might want to do a little history on this past company and the amount of grind they put on their employees.
Yeah, it has not been great.
One of those
by any means.
Getting picked up by Take-Two is probably a relief for some of these guys.
Yeah.
Not just financially, but emotionally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe physically.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to condone Take-Two's activity, but it's a pretty well documented dumpster fire when it comes to burnout.
Yeah, for sure. And unfortunately, that seems to be the case for a whole lot of game studios, independent or not. And it's a massive problem in the game industry, and one that absolutely should be fixed. But we'll get there when we get there. Yeah. So the main thing that's really concerning is that if you're an independent game studio and you've got developers, you've got a core team, you're building stuff, why on earth would you partner with Take-Two after this? Why would you take that risk? Like, if they don't like you, if they think you're taking too much, if they don't like the terms, they're just gonna be like, well, fine, we'll just steal all your employees. Why would you ever take that risk? I think as a publisher, this is kind of a death knell. Like, if you hire a general contractor to build you a deck, and the guy, I don't know, steals your dog, would you hire that guy again to come back and do more work? After that review comes out online, would you expect that other people would take that chance? I don't know. I don't want this guy building my deck. He'll steal my dog.
Yeah, but then he already has a dog at that point.
Yeah, so he's not like
he might not steal yours too.
That's true. Maybe that was a bad analogy.
But no, I get what you're saying. They're going to scare off a lot of indies. But when you were asking the question about why would they go with a publisher anyway, I'm heavily thinking that if they're going with a publisher after successfully launching the first, they want to go console. That is a big reason for indies to pick up publishers, is to help with console navigation.
Yeah.
And Take-Two has all sorts of experience with that.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is the parent company of Rockstar Games. This Take-Two is not a small publisher. They are massive. They are a huge force within the industry. And it's not just Rockstar. They own a shit ton of properties that you have heard of. They're basically a household name in video games at the
They're the scale of EA.
Yeah,
so I mean, they're right there.
For a publisher to do something that's so shady and I'm gonna say unethical is kind of outlandish, and should make other indies give pause before doing any business with them at all.
Oh yeah, I mean that's gonna hurt their business.
Like if EA offers to buy your company after seeing like the graveyard they've got out back of companies they bought, do you think you're gonna sell if you're not going under?
And to Epoch's question, I'm not trying to say that they can shit on the little guys. It's just that's probably why they went with the big guy. And also it's just, I mean, it sucks. It kind of happens.
Yeah. It's shitty all around. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Well,
let's get into some good news. We had a game release, a full game release, even though a lot of people think it may have already happened. Valorant, it's out.
Valorant, yay!
So yeah, I'm currently not with a real computer. I got this thing, so I can play this game. That's about it. So I haven't been able to do any of Valorant since I've been here. Have you guys touched it at all?
I am going to.
No, I still haven't played it. I installed it, and then I played the tutorial, and then I proceeded to never play a match. So I don't know.
I enjoy
if you want to play it, let's party up. I've actually been looking to get into Valorant with some people that aren't high skill tier. Like, for instance, our very own Jake from State Farm, one of our most venerable community members, is doing a whole motherfuck of Valorant stuff and content on his YouTube. If you want to know how to play Valorant, check out Jake from State Farm's YouTube. He's got some tutorial videos to show you.
As well as he's also been doing some charity streams on YouTube and Twitch.
Yes.
Not Twitch, but YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah. So if you would like to donate and help out, do it. It's awesome. Fantastic cause. Fantastic man. Just get it. Yeah, so Valorant. If I don't want to play with Jake because I don't want to drag down his MMR. So Adam, if you would like to party with another trash fire, I would gladly accept
Sure.
that.
Yeah, we could play sometime.
Yeah. And once I get back, I will jump in on that trash fire. But no,
Okay. Let's be
pretty much
garbage together.
the
Let's
beta
do
they
it.
had played well. I think
Ro-
it was more of a load testing beta because it just went smooth.
The game was finished.
That's an
basically.
actual beta.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Actual
They
beta.
did it for the reasons of, hey, we need to stress test our servers. We need to slowly get people in here. And I think that's also why they reduced keys artificially at first, was so they could ease the servers up.
Probably, yeah.
Because they know how bad it looks if your servers can't handle.
But that said, I mean, I get why they would do testing, right? But if any company is able to operate at scale, the company behind goddamn League of Legends is going to be able to operate at scale.
They should,
Right?
yeah, but they didn't know how. I don't think they anticipated potentially how much it would catch fire.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, like, think of EA. EA does a lot of stuff. They should know how to handle scale. When they launched SimCity 4, it was a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Or WoW, even. Fucking Warcraft Classic, that was a dumpster fire when it came to load.
That's true.
So that one's a little different because of the way those. But
Yeah.
so I mean, I get it and I appreciate it because they did it right, they did it well, and they released a full game like a few months after.
Mm.
Props to them.
Yeah. Seems to be doing very well, so good for them.
Yeah.
And let's see, other news. We have EA Sports is taking a strong stance on racial slurs and names. So
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Neat.
Especially all things considering.
Quite too late, but better late
Yeah.
than never.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So I
Yeah,
wonder
that was my comment. Is like I don't want to damn them for doing a good thing. It's great that they're taking the stance, but come on, guys, how long has it been?
I mean, Microsoft has done that with their stuff on Xbox Live since like the 360 era.
Like, is it really that hard to make a list of names and like the
Letters,
least
numbers,
versions of those names and just say, nah, stop it.
I don't get it, but I mean, they're doing it finally.
All right. Sure.
Valve pushed back their summer sale to the 16th, so your wallets are safer now. Though, okay, I brought this up a few times ago, and I still have my heart hasn't changed. Have you guys felt the Steam sales have been weak in the last couple of years?
They haven't been great in the last year.
I don't know if it's the sales are worse or that I just have most of the stuff I wanted at that point. I don't know exactly.
To me,
But yeah.
I keep seeing the same games every sale.
Maybe that's what I'm feeling. I see the same games, most of them that are the ones I didn't want or I already have bought.
Exactly.
Or
It's like
the
I've already
stuff
made my
that's
decision.
on Game Pass or PS Now or whatever.
Yeah, that too. That's a big part of it.
And I'm not catching the 35-cent games anymore. I'm not going to lie. Like those really crappy looking indie games that are like 30 cents, those are some of the fun ones to pick up on the Steam sale.
Yeah.
Because I won't pay $2, but you get it for me for change? Hell yeah.
Oh, I'll pay $2.
Oh, no, man. I have a game that's nothing but mowing the lawn. I'm not paying $2 for that.
$15? Can I pay $15? I would love a game about mowing the lawn. If you get like a Stanley Parable-esque British narrator and maybe like a nice piano soundtrack like in Dear Esther, I'd pay $25 for that shit, man.
Nah, man. And you hear a really, really poor sound quality engine running. You hear some really shitty weed whacker-ish kind of sounds when you're on a riding mower. And
One of those where the sound is on a loop, but you could hear where it loops, and the sound is only like 3 seconds long.
Yeah.
So that's
like
the
there's
worst.
there's
Like,
no
come on,
redeeming
man.
quality to this.
Come
game.
on, look up a YouTube video on how to loop a sound seamlessly, please. It's not that hard.
Jesus, someone jumping at imaginary again. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll get it on the 16th. Sorry, I blanked pretty hard there. What else we got here? Oh, okay, Tom. Alex, do your thing.
So I was so So excited. Somebody made a PT mod, the Silent Hills PT mod for Half-life Alyx. So if you would like to exist in the world of PT in VR, if you want to see Tom shit himself live on stream, I will let you guys know when I'm going to do it. I am going to run through this. Adam did burst my bubble because he said it wasn't great and it's not really PT and it's got a whole lot left to go before it becomes something even remotely fun. But I'm going to try it out anyway.
I will say I watched a video of it, right? So that's way different than being in it in VR.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to like maybe get your expectations. Yeah. Just a little bit.
I was really
like, it's probably cool, right? It's probably really neat. And you'll be like, oh, cool. I'm really excited to see what they ended up doing with this. But I would not expect to go in and play the PT demo. And
yeah, PT was one of the best horror games ever to not be made.
Yeah.
It's kind of made.
So to go in with those expectations.
Well, PT was
rough.
made. PT was straight up made. It was just short and really
really crazy.
Yeah, super ambiguous.
Like to this date, when I think PT, I think you, because you're the one that introduced me to that.
And you're not even a horror guy, and you still think it's cool, which is
I thought it was freaking awesome. Like it was so like, I don't want to say in depth. It was in depth, but I mean just so intricate. I think is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a horror game made for the age of the internet, right? Mm-hmm. So they needed to make it really, really deep and really confusing and really convoluted to keep people from going, oh no, man, it's just a Silent Hill trailer. And it was what, like 4 days, a week before people actually figured out what it was.
Yeah.
Which is in internet time for people to not find all the shit within the first day of release is a goddamn miracle.
Yeah, because you're talking a game that's what? To play through the PT release is what, like 10 minutes if you know what you're doing?
So it's actually a little longer than that. And people are still finding and reverse engineering stuff in that game. There's actually an active YouTube channel that is still putting out videos probably about once a month on new shit that they are discovering in PT through their reverse engineering.
That's rad.
Like boundary break type stuff.
Yeah, it is nuts.
So are the the PS360s still with it still selling really well?
As far as I know, I haven't looked in a while though.
So I know for a while people were, because they pulled it from the store. So the only way to get it was to buy a PlayStation with it already installed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
which
I know
sucks.
that those
I
were
wish they would just put it back on the store
there.
for people.
Yeah, that would be really cool because I'd be picking that up.
Or a proper proper PC port would be fantastic. I know it's never going to happen, but the best we'll ever get is like a decent remake.
That would require parties to come to terms that'll probably never come to terms.
Yeah.
But we can all dream.
Yeah.
So we got one last little bit of news. And that's EA is, we've all seen some of their games have been coming to Steam. That's no news. But EA Access is going to be coming to Steam as well. So don't know quite how that's going to work yet. But EA Access, they're you pay for it and you get all their games or you get all this huge chunk of games for free is coming to Steam, which is kind of cool. So ideally, you could be paying $5 a month and get all the Mass Effects. You can get Anthem, which is still in the works of being reworked. So maybe in 5 years you'll get a good game. But yeah, it's really interesting. And I was talking to Tom before. I think the real interesting thing is what this does to Steam as a platform. If they can allow these different subscription services to get worked into Steam. So EA Access is going to be on Steam. Why can't Microsoft Game Pass get to Steam? I think that'll be really cool.
This is really interesting to me because if Steam goes from, because Steam's already a massive platform, but if we can start to roll in these various subscription services, right? PS Now probably won't ever do it because of Sony's treatment of virtually everyone else. I mean, even just enabling crossplay was like a bridge too far for them. They just couldn't do it. But we can get Microsoft with Game Pass embedded into Steam, and then EA Access, and maybe whatever. I know Ubisoft is planning on doing something, so something with Ubisoft, and get all of these subscriptions bundled up together inside of one place. I think that's yet another arrow in Steam's quiver, right?
Which is important because Epic has been doing all the free games.
Yeah, the Epic has been actually making huge waves. GTA 5 for free, fucking massive. That was huge.
That's a big game to give away like that, yeah.
Yeah, especially because it hasn't left the Steam top sellers list for revenue. Like, people are still dumping money into that game, and it's how old?
7 years? 2013, right?
I guess I could see it being a free game given how old it is, but like, there's a lot of content there.
Yeah,
because GTA Online,
even without the online stuff, like that's a big single player game in and of itself. Plus all the online stuff.
I still never played it. The single player.
I mean, if you like Grand Theft Auto, you'll love it.
Yeah, it's good.
I never did like beat it or anything, or get anywhere close to beating it.
A couple times. I actually did. I did what I usually do with Rockstar games because they have had a really nasty habit of not working after I've purchased them. So I pirated the fuck out of it, ran through the entire single player campaign.
That's illegal.
Bought it immediately after I completed it, played through it again, and then started doing online stuff, which was and remains a complete trip.
I mean, a lot of people do like it. They'll get in servers with friends, but yes, there's a lot of hackers. There's a lot of bad things going on.
So with this EA stuff, there are some games missing. Notably, if you would like to see the trash fire that is Mass Effect Andromeda, you're not going to find it. And Mass Effect 3 has not quite made the jump yet, which is unfortunate. Now, when Mass Effect 3 came out, it was heavily tied in. Heavily. Like, stuff in the main menu would link over to the Origin store and use those APIs. So maybe they're backing some of that stuff out. I don't know exactly what's happening there. It's expected, we're not guaranteed, but it is expected to come to Steam as well. We just don't know. So that has honestly been the main thing keeping me from buying Mass Effect 3 on PC, was the fact that it's not on Steam and I'm not going to use Origin.
So
it was the original Epic game.
The big thing that I see this doing is you're going to see more subscription services come to Steam, but you're going to see more launchers coming to Steam too, or under the cover launchers. Yeah. Because people have their own ID systems that they need to maintain.
Mm-hmm. Like how Rainbow Six Siege works.
Yes.
Yeah. Install via Steam, launch via Steam, but it still launches Uplay when you launch the game.
Yeah.
That, or they'll have to do what Rocket League did and just have a system only for the single game.
Yeah.
Which is rough.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask, I guess. It's different when you're a studio like Psyonix and you can... This is your game. This is the only game you have. This is it.
Yeah, and it also took them a long time for it.
Yeah.
Because as an individual developer, yeah, it's just easier to build into the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, is there anything else that anyone wanted to bring up? I think that's about all we got.
That's about it.
That's about it.
I've got nothing.
Okay, in that case, let's do a little bit of a rundown. I'm sorry, my mouse is... Oh my god. Sorry. I was about to lose my mind. I hate when stuff does weird things. So a little social media rundown. We got us our Twitter, 72PC_official. We tweet out some the plays of the day. We'll tweet out some clips from the podcast, different stuff. So give us a follow. You want to kind of be kept up to date with what we've been doing. We have our Twitch at twitch.tv/72pinconnector, where we do this podcast live every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're watching us on YouTube right now, come on over, say hi, jump in some matches with us, jump in the conversation. That said, if you're over here on Twitch right now, we have YouTube. We've been breaking up a lot of stuff on YouTube. You ever think, hey, I don't want to listen to an hour and a half long podcast, just want the good shit? We're starting to clip out the good shit and throw it straight to YouTube. So come get our bite-sized stuff over there at YouTube and find us at 72 Pin Connector.
Instead of dealing with us for an hour and a half, you can deal with us in 4 to 5 minute chunks.
Yeah, or even some of them shorter. So enjoy us your way, not our way.
Have it your way. Is that taken?
I think so. I think it's taken some. But we got a Discord. Our Discord community is quite large, heavily Rocket League based, but we have a lot of people playing a lot of different stuff. A lot of people in Minecraft Dungeons right now. A lot of folks over there in the holy crap, what I blanked out. Oh, Valorant. Yeah. So yeah, it's really, 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 really banging. Get in there. And finally, last but not least, if you're looking for stuff, you have no clue where to find us, just go to 72pinconnector.com. Everything is linked from there. You can get your YouTube, your downloads and RSS feeds for your podcast, get the links to the Discord, the shop, everything. Just go there and it'll be all good. So, with that, does anyone have anything else they would like to say?
No.
No.
I think we're good.
Okay. So with that, I think that's all we're gonna do for you this week.
Oh wait, no, I have one more thing. Look, there it is. The square. Or it was there. It's like
what?
Right there. The square.
Town Square's back.
The square.
Hey, it's the Sun Square.
Yeah, this is what fucks it up.
All right. Good son. Good son. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all we got for you going this week. So until next week, game on.
See you, everyone.
Bye.